opened another live, I will stop this one. It's not for me. No, it's not you. It's my problem. Okay, I will stop this one. And here we are. Let me put this one here. Sometimes it just a little bit bizarre, so we will fix it and see how it goes now. Oh, we have one friend. If you can hear me, give me a thumb up. This audio is better. It is better. There, this is so much better. Okay, hello dear friends. Okay, I may not answer you, and this video, the goal is to show you how I do voiceover. And I take some pictures. The other video, I took the picture from our travel in Amalfi in Italy. And this one, you do not see my face because I am reading some of the writings and do a story. And please excuse me if I do not say anything to you. It's because we are doing a voiceover. I want you to see how the voiceover works, how I do the voiceover. I have my microphone. This is not socks, it's my sleeve. And it is not so necessary to use this protection. But anyway, it doesn't hurt to have some protection, right? Thank you. And this afternoon at 7:30, I was doing live on TikTok, and then the TikTok stopped. I do not see any new people coming in, and so I just realized, and I checked with my family, TikTok stopped. So I will pull some pictures. I cannot show you this one because I do not have that much pictures. I do not have, so I use there is not even this program. I use iMovie, and the very important thing the very important thing is to make a good voiceover, to make a good story. So I think if you are in the middle of going to sleep, this is an early release of the story that is scheduled in 5 days. I have Greek story, Greek mythology story every day at 2 o'clock my time. I am thinking in the East it should be 5 o'clock something, and for people in Europe it's evening night time. So every day at 2 p.m. there is one episode. Each episode ranging from 15 minutes to 25 minutes around that time. Yes, this is a sneak peek. Okay, I am about to do the reading. Ready, set, go. Now you can see. And I am correcting, I am checking. The sound is good, seems good. Get a little bit closer to me. Okay, and I can adjust the level, the Greek mythology. And without further ado, okay, hello dear friends, good evening, such a beautiful, beautiful evening. This is actually night time. I know some of you would like this kind of a black screen story. I totally understand it. And this one is more or less like the black screen story. I am kind of closing my eyes, but I do need very bright light for me to read. But you do not necessarily need to look at the screen. And the screen scene are some of our trips to different places. I think this one particular one is our trip to Lake Tahoe. It's the snow and it's actually Christmas Day, white Christmas Day. And I think the landscape is beautiful, so I will use it as the backdrop. Allow me to have a cup of tea and a sip of tea, and you yourself prepare your tea also, okay? So today, yesterday we were talking about Hephaestus, Greek mythology Hephaestus, which is one of my favorite god. Not because he's a god, he is a god. No, it's because he was a little bit deformed in his leg, and he is very, very talented, hardworking. I feel it's inspiring to have something that is not perfect, that has some problem in life, was not gifted to be pretty rich. He didn't come with a silver spoon in his mouth, but he made it, and he exists because of his intelligence, because of his hard work. So I like Hephaestus. Okay, so today we are talking about Demeter. I love Demeter also because the feminism in her, and not feminine, the mother nature in her, maybe feminine. There is a lot of warmth, caring, sadness, and that very deep, profound love, care of a mother. And I feel that is very, very touching. Demeter is a goddess. Demeter is the goddess of the harvest. Demeter was responsible for making sure that crops grew and the land was fertile. She preferred to be in the mountain, in the field, with her plants, and instead of staying with her husband, instead of staying with other people, she would prefer to stay with her daughter instead of the daughter's father, which is Zeus. It's quite interesting. Demeter actually is the sister of Zeus. Greek mythology, something we do not understand. Sister and brother, they made a child, a baby girl that is Persephone. Yeah. So she spent majority of the time, or she spent as much as her time possible to be with her daughter, to be with the crops, to be in the land, in the mountain with the plants. And she does not spend a lot of time with zoos. And there is something about her blessing. She's the god of harvest. So sometimes when she's not happy, she's sad, she's angry, it shows. It shows through the plant, through the harvest, through the performance of the crops. Whenever she is unhappy, sad, the crops will wither, will become dried, will become thick, will become died. So that's Demeter, very powerful and very, very caring goddess. And Demeter's parents are Kronos and Rhea. We all know this is the same as Zeus, right? So they have the same parents. And Demeter had a lot of children, and one of the most prominent and one of the most famous and one of the most talked about in Greek mythology is Persephone. Don't you like this name? Persephone. It's such a beautiful name. Yeah, so Demeter have 4 sacred syllables. One is cornucopia. The cornucopia, this was a large gold horn, a little bit curved, and it was usually used as a basket to contain a lot of fruits, vegetables, weeds, and agricultural produce and products. And in a lot of ancient painting, and especially in those Flemish painting, Dutch artist, very beautiful painting, and still life painting with abundant food and delicious things from the land, and just a very beautiful and expressive art topic. So that is one thing, cornucopia. Another thing she had as a sacred symbol is a torch. Demeter was often shown with 2 fiery crossed torch, and this torch is crossed together. Let me show you. Something like this. Here there is fire, here there is fire, here there is fire, here there is fire. So it's crossed with the 4 ends having fire. So that is another thing that she had as a sacred symbol. And the 3rd sacred symbol is a snake. 2025, year of snake in Chinese history and tradition or mythology. Just coincident, nothing more than that. Okay, so Demeter's chariot, the cart, the Poseidon, was actually drawn by 2 massive, very powerful snakes, not dragon. Dragon has passed. 2024 is year of dragon. 2025 is year of snake. So Demeter was drawn by 2 massive, powerful snakes. Okay, the last thing we must know is wheat. WHEAT, for making pancake, to make cake, to make souffle, to make bread, to make pasta, fettuccine, Lamborghini, spaghetti, yeah, all this. And that is one of the things she always carry with her. This crop was grown to make flour and bread. Demeter often held a thief, a bunch, a basket, or a bundle of this wheat. So there are some ceremony. One of the secret ceremony Demeter was in charge or involved is a secret ceremony. Demeter and Persephone were worshipped in a secret ceremony called the Eleusinian Mysteries. This event was held in the city of Eleusis, and the only people who knew what was involved were those who made it through a series of tasks. Believe it or not, 3 years ago, we went to that city. I was not in the ceremony, but it was extremely hot that particular day, and there were not so many trees in the ruin, in the old ancient site of Persephone and Demeter's cave and things. And in Greek, there are a lot of stories, and people claim this is a place that Persephone went underground. So we went to see that city, and what do I say? Because at that time I have already read about the story of Demeter and Persephone. I had a particular interest to walk around, and it was quite a ruin, not very much restored, like the Acropolis in Athens, and it was not totally restored, but there were some very ancient and very ruined, very timely historical sense and feeling in that place. If you ever visit Greece, that place is kind of worth seeing if you want to know this story. But beside that, it's not very touristical with restaurants, with all these things. It's for people who want to know, to see some ancient sites. Okay, that is about Demeter, and we will continue about the story of Poseidon. Okay, see you later, alligator. Okay, how lucky I am to find you at this time. Good evening. Who hyped for Martin Luther King Day? Is anyone else having difficulty hearing volume? Because the microphone is a little bit further away. Do you want me to move the microphone? It's way harder than it seems. This is fun. It's like going to work with you. Oh, press the like. I love the Greek. Okay. Do you find it difficult to hear the story? Oh, I have not seen you in so long. I have followed you. Yeah, what was such an interesting story. Thank you for sharing. The volume. Thank you very much, Frankie. Frankie, this is a very good advice. I would like to everyone, any one of you, to speak out if there is any problem. That will help me. So let me try again. If you are leaving, if you are going to sleep, don't be afraid, go to sleep. And this one is about the background scene, how I work behind the scene. You do not see my face because I am my light is pointing to the pointing. Yes, volume is fine. Volume, I think even for Frankie, volume is fine now. No, you sound fine to me. Okay. Anyway, I am pointing it closer. Now you can see it is so close to me and get to the right direction. Okay, we will continue with Poseidon and you get a sneak peek of the storytelling. Okay, I will continue not talking to you. Okay, hello dear friends, good evening. So I was thinking this is only 13 minutes and a lot of time you want to have a little bit longer time, right? So I will continue with Poseidon. Poseidon, Poseidon is a Greek god, god of the sea. Poseidon was the middle brother between Hades and Zeus. So Zeus was the last one. Hades was the first one, actually. He was married to the nymph Amphitrite. Amphitrite. I do not know this one. Amphitrite, who was responsible for helping him keep the sea calm. Together they had one son, Trinton. Trinton. Oh my goodness, there was a Trinton art museum in my surrounding, who was the first merman, not mermaid, merman. Trinton was the first merman. He was a man with a tail of a fish. And Poseidon's parents are Kronos and Rhea. Children, Poseidon had many children, and one of the famous one, Bellerophon. Oh, I love this name, Persephone, Bellerophon. Today we are just, I love this name, Bellerophon, 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 and Orion and Pegasus. What a beautiful name, Pegasus, Palea, Polyphemos. Polyphemos. I heard about this name, but I forgot his story. Trinton and many more. So Poseidon also have sacred symbols. The first one is horse. Poseidon was god of horses. He was god of the ocean, of the sea. How come he was the god of horses? And he often disguised himself as a horse. That I didn't know. Trident. Another tool was trident. I think trident was, is that a tool made by Cyclops? Let's see. This was a 3-pronged spear. Poseidon used to wield his power. Trident. 1, 2, 3. Trident. Something like it with three things. Trident. Okay, another thing he has is the sacred syllable is dolphin. As god of the sea, Poseidon was often accompanied by one or more dolphins. Another thing, the last thing about his sacred syllable is earthquake. Poseidon could cause earthquake by hitting the ground with his tridents. Imagine, not only tsunami, earthquake, tsunami, and typhoon and tornado, everything. Poseidon was very powerful. Okay, storm bringer. Poseidon is also a storm bringer because Poseidon ruled over the sea. Sailors prayed to him for protection, sometimes drowning animals as sacrifice. The ancient Greeks thought that he could whip up storm by wielding his trident. He is very powerful. Okay, so that is the story of Poseidon. Not so much about story of Demeter and Poseidon, but a brief introduction. Here comes Demeter, Poseidon. Thank you very, very much. I love you. I really do. Do, 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 do. Goo, goo, bye, bye. Okay, so I am done with the recording. I can hear some of my family's cleaning the dish sound, and please excuse me for that. That is part of life, make our life more interesting. Okay, now let's see if we have any comments. So this is how I do the recording. A lot of time I do the recording directly on my cell phone. But today I want to do a live. So I recorded and then airdrop my recording to my cell phone and go to cell phone to iMovie, select picture, select image, and make this video. And when I make this video, I know my voice is low. And I know you like low voice. But the problem, if I make it so low as my voice, like right now, there will be a problem if the advertisement pop up. If there are ads, there will be a huge volume difference. So I increase my soundtrack and decrease a little bit of the background soundtrack. Sometimes we drive family talking music. I put it into 2%, 5%, and my volume is 150% or 180%, something like it. Yeah, that's about it. Does it make any sense? This way, if you want to watch the scene is pretty. If you want to listen to my story and close up the scene, it becomes a black screen, kind of listening when you drive. Maybe not driving because it's kind of sleepy when you are in this dozing off state. And you can watch the scene, listen to the sound, and have a cup of tea and have a relaxed time. I learned how to write carpe diem from you. Much love. my teacher. Thank you. I went to the fancy mall today. Try to put on my best outfit of the day. I love you, Haiying, so much. We all do. Good night. Your volume is good. Okay. Thank you very, very much. I will do the combining, and this one will be up in 5 days. I think in 5 or 6 days. So I make in advance, and so that you can have something like 1 month's time, 10, 20 times of this every day, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, my time. Your time, 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m. Bye-bye, friends. I love you. I really do. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Goo, goo, bye, bye.